All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I am here with the Get It Done gals, Lindsey and Nicole, and I'm so excited that you've chosen to join me. And I want to give you a look into how amazing these two women are at business and at supporting people. And I just want to get right into it and tell you a little bit about them. So first, let me introduce you. Hi, both of you guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So by now, so many of you have already gotten to know Lindsey and Nicole a little bit. And so I wanted to make this a little bit different, a little bit more personal, and show you the side of them that I know, because I personally have worked with both of them for, I think it's been a year and a half now, or a year, something like that. It feels like I've been working with you for quite a while, been a part of my team, and I have been, going to you guys for advice for a long time now. So I really trust them, and they've really helped my business so much. And really, I was so excited to share this with you. I was talking to them before I started recording. The first time I met them, I had called them on the phone to talk to them about possibly working together. And I thought I was presenting something pretty impossible. My son was still a newborn, and he was, I was actually in the car. Maybe some of you moms and some of you people who are just really, really busy can, kind of relate to this. I was in the car and I called them, thinking, okay, my son's asleep. I'm going to try to fit in this call really quick while he's asleep so I could have a moment of business. And of course he woke up, a couple minutes into the call and starts crying, and I'm trying to cradle him and trying to get him back to sleep while I'm talking to them. And they were so kind to me, and I thought, it just showed so much character about these two amazing women. And I feel so confident telling you that because I have so much experience with them. But they were so supportive. They were like, no, we deal with other moms and this is okay. We're okay with them crying. You just take the time you need. Do you need to get off the phone? Do you need to call later? And we ended up getting through it, and I asked them all my questions, and they so generously, offered their time explaining things to me and telling me about how I could shift and change, my business and really create something that I was really proud of. You guys remember that call, right?
I do.
So awkward for me, but you guys made it so much better. I thought, this is how am I ever going to do this as a mom? And, the main thing I brought to you guys was that I was sick of trading dollars for hours. I was spending so much time with one-on-one clients in person, all the travel time, and it really wasn't scalable. Do a lot of other people come to you with that same type of thing?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
It's a common thing. It's a lot of people are trading the dollar for hour, and that's not coaching. That's being a contractor or consultant. Exactly. And, it's not being a business owner. And it's challenging. And I was at that point years ago when I was independent, and I wasn't acting as a business owner. I was acting as a consultant, and I had 20 bosses because I had, 20 different clients who I was trading dollars for hours with and negotiating with and, doing contracts with and proposals with. The process was too clunky. It wasn't scalable and it wasn't profitable. And so many business owners are doing that, and it can be so overwhelming and so frustrating. And that's why we've designed our process and studied it and practiced it and proven it to work, because we know that, like you were saying, Ashley, it's just, you can't do that forever.
Right.
You've got to step into that role of, okay, how can I do this and actually be a business owner and a coach and have packages that are enticing for people.
Yeah. And I didn't know that that's what I wanted to do when I first came to you guys. I just knew I was overwhelmed. I was frustrated. I wasn't happy with the amount of money I was making in my business. And I saw the potential for myself. I knew that my business had something going for it. I knew that I believed in myself, but I just didn't know how to get there. So I sort of was like, what do I do? I sort of threw my hands up guys, business wise, where can I take this? And so I remember thinking, well, I don't even know that coaching is the direction I want to go into, or go into packaging. And I did, and my life is forever changed. My business is forever changed, and it feels so good, so solid. And I have such a clear strategy because of all of the support and guidance you guys have given me. So you knew things about what I wanted that I didn't even know yet. I think,
Yeah, I remember that, Ashley, because I remember having that conversation with you very clearly about coaching and asking you, is that something you want to do? And, the greatest part about what you've created, and so many of the amazing women we've worked with have created, is that you can have the online side and the coaching side and make it work without having your time sucked away. There's a specific model, there's specific steps to take. And, that's why we teach that with our clients, because you can have that. A lot of people are just doing it backwards, right? A lot of people are just trying to create this whole online presence without having all the steps and processes in place to do that. And so, like you said, we saw what you had, and from the outside can say, okay, let's look at how we can work this in a way that you still love to get you to where you want to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was very personalized. I mean, I loved that about working with you. So let me just tell you, I have three burning questions I really want to ask you, because I've gotten some great feedback after, people that I've worked with have watched your amazing 3-part video series. And so what I wanted to ask you is a couple of the burning questions that people have been asking me. So right off the bat, can I get started with those questions for you guys? Okay, great. So the first question is, is this just another online course that I'm going to buy, and then I'm either never going to open it, or I'm going to log in the first time and then just let it sit there and collect dust? So what do you guys say to people who are asking that question?
It's a great question. What is it? Only 5 or 8% of people actually finish a course.
Oh, wow.
It's a very low number. So, we're the Get It Done gals for a reason. And we believe in our mission is to make everything as simple as possible. So you don't log in and see 50 videos and think, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? It's made for the woman who's busy, who is struggling and overwhelmed and just wants clarity and take those very simple action steps. So we keep the videos, most videos are about 20 to 30 minutes. There's 1 or 2 that maybe is a little bit longer, but it's something that you can consume and action. And then we teach you productivity so that you can implement it. And we follow up with everyone in the Facebook group and via email and the live calls and all of that to really make sure people are moving forward. Because to us, the whole purpose we created Get It Done Gals was because of this issue. We saw so many people purchasing online courses and then getting really bummed out because they were just, there's another wasted receipt sitting in my inbox, and now what do I do? Maybe I watched one video, now I'm overwhelmed, I'm not moving forward, my business is, I have to shut it down. And so we saw a lot of despair, and we saw a lot of struggle. And so we wanted to come in with just something. From the very get-go, we had a conversation outside of a Starbucks, and it was, let's simplify it. Let's make a course of all courses that just simplify. You buy courses that are very targeted and niche down, Facebook ads, and then Pinterest, and then sales. And then, pretty soon you're like, well, great, I have all this information, but how do I put it all together? So this brings it together in a very simplified way to address, like you were talking about, that clarity, getting a strategy and working backwards into small chunks so that you can get it done. Yeah. And, it's up to each individual to actually log in and to look at the videos and to do the work. That's on individuals. But, we've tried to make it as simple as possible. And as fun as possible too.
I agree. I laughed a lot with you guys, truly. And you guys have, little side things you say, and, it's really fun and easy. You guys smile and you have that California fun attitude, and
we try. Yeah. And I think also, really it's a commitment of, like 2 hours a week. You watch the one video.
Perfect.
And then from there, you show up to the group coaching call. That's it. If you show up to group coaching call and you watch the videos, you will get results.
That's amazing. And I've done this. I've gone through your online program and done the coaching with the video calls. And, it was an experience like I've never had before. And, Nicole, I'm so glad you also were talking about how there's so many parts and pieces, and you guys organize them and allow us to figure out the consumer, the person who, is building their business like I did. I felt organized for the first time. I felt like I was just grasping at, shiny objects really for years, just trying to figure out which thing would work. And you put together what are you good at and what are your goals and, what things do you want to utilize, and let's put them together in this strategy, this clear strategy that gets you results. And then let's let you, launch, get out there and offer yourself to the world. And I did that, and I saw results really, really fast. And, I thought it was really realistic the way you did it too. It was very, easy to digest. Like you said, like the videos weren't too long and they were step by step. So if you're not good at tech, you still could do it, which I love to say, because a lot of people are like, I'm not good at tech. Well, you don't need to be good at tech to be able to do these things. So yeah, absolutely. I think that's really cool. And then just tell us for 1 sec, what is that like? Because I know, but what is it like for someone to actually it's not cookie cutter. You actually are getting one-on-one time with you guys, right?
Go for it, Nicole.
In a group capacity. So what we've done is we've taken our 3-month program and we've looked at all of our clients and what really worked for them. So we had processes, and what sets us apart is that Lindsey and I didn't go and buy a business coaching program and then give off homework to people. We've talked to people who have signed up with business coaches, and that's what they get is somebody else's homework.
Yeah.
And Lindsey and I don't work in that way. We individually bring our knowledge and our expertise to every single person. And, we make sure that person is our ideal client. We don't take on anyone that we don't know we can't get results for, So we've taken that 3-month process with all of our one-on-one clients, and we put it in a group program, because not everybody can afford one-on-one time. Not everybody's ready for one-on-one time. Not everybody, we can only work with 6 people at a time because we want to see results with our clients. And so we wanted to really bring that experience to more women, to really make it available for them. So we put together the 3-month program. The videos follow along exactly what we talk about in our one-on-one sessions. The homework is the exact same. The swipe files we give you, we give to them. Yeah. And the group coaching really talks to them in a way that is gets them into the action part, and then asking those questions a little bit deeper to make sure that they're applying what they're learning in the videos. Mm-hmm. So, it is a group program, so there's not individual one-on-one each week, but, I think this is a great program to get women in that. It's a savvy CEO in that mindset of really, what does business look like? And where is my strategy? What are my numbers? And how do I drive this thing forward? Sometimes we're so caught up in the little details or the shiny object that we just don't have that forward momentum. So this is really about getting that forward momentum with us answering your questions in the Facebook group, getting on those live group coaching calls, and really asking the questions that a coach asks of you. And you have to answer those yourself.
Yeah, I wanted to note, Nicole, it was actually really cool. Some of our graduates, I was able to speak with them on the phone recently, and they said that they really actually felt like it was one-on-one still, because when we're on, what?
I think that's why I said that, because I feel like it was one-on-one too. Yeah, keep going.
And because how we run the group calls is we have people, there's plenty of time for Q&A. And we actually like to open up the line for each individual when they ask a question, so that they can talk and really feel like they're talking to us. And that, I think, makes a huge difference. And that's the feedback I got. They felt like we really got them, and that they were there with us, and they had that personalized customized attention. So not only will we have that time in the 8 group coaching calls we have, but each week, Nicole and I will each be taking an office hour live on Facebook Live, and in the group, and answering questions too. So those two things combined, it's like, we were only willing to re-release this program if we could make it feel like the experience we had with our one-on-one clients. We've been working on this and testing it for years. And the only way we were going to release it in this capacity was if we could make it as though you were there with us one-on-one. And that's what we've been able to do through testing it, through trying it in a group capacity last year again. And we're really thrilled with that, because we want to make sure, with 5 to 7% of people only logging into courses and programs, I mean, our results with our clients, over 50% of our clients are thriving and doing it, moving forward with this program. So that's pretty phenomenal when you take 8% of people are getting results with online courses, and ours are 50%. So we're only willing to work in that way, and we're really excited.
That's so cool. And one other really big bonus, I think, of the group capacity is I got to know some other savvy CEOs when I was in that group, coaching type of atmosphere. And I keep in touch with them, and we support each other. And I have those new friendships at such a high altitude business-wise that that's priceless. That is so valuable to me. And that's not even something I thought I was seeking until I had it. And I realized, oh my gosh, I mean, to be able to call some colleagues who are dealing with similar things, hey, how did this work for you? And, just support each other with different things that are going on. It's just been so amazing. And it's a really cool support system that you have available. And that's a really great bonus on top of it. So one other burning question I have to say, especially after you just told us all that amazing, amazing stuff, amazing content and support and time, and even the Facebook Live, office hours. What if people are feeling like, I'm not sure that I can invest in something like this right now. I'm not sure that I have the money to do something like this. What do you say to people who are asking that question?
A great question. Here's the reality. And I'm just going to be blatant, and we are. But the reality is your business is a living, breathing thing. It is a plant. Let's think of it as a plant, right? If you don't water a plant, it will die. And when you are trying to figure this out on your own, piece it together, put all the blog posts together that people are telling you, and you're not making money in your business, you're wasting time, right? Every single day, where you choose to go and Google and try to find the answers yourself, that's 8 hours of a day that you could have been spending with a proven process and bringing clients in the door. And so when you really look at it, when you look at the investment, I get it. When we had to make our first investment in coaching, it was one of the scariest things I've ever had to do in my entire life. And thank goodness Nicole is brave and a powerful CEO who said, we're doing it and let's go. And the investment that we had to make was far greater in coaching. But I look at it like this: for $14.97, if you could bring in, let's say, we redo your packages and you're charging $1,000 for a client, it's only 1.5 clients to really bring that in. And maybe you're charging higher. We'll go through that in the packaging and pricing. But if you really break that down, this program can help you bring in 1 or 2 more clients, it's already paid for itself. And that's bare minimum, right? So you really have to, I really encourage you to start thinking like that. How much more time can you waste and hours can you waste not making money? And to make money, you got to invest in your business. You've got to invest in the program, the coach, the mentor, the person to support you moving forward. Drew Brees doesn't just go out there on the field and win a Super Bowl, right? He's got the entire coaching staff and team, the experts, the psychologists out there with him, right? And that's what we're offering in this program. So, we've got 12 easy payments of $147, which really $147 a month is not going to Starbucks once a day, right? $5, $6 at Starbucks once a day, you got the money right there. So it really is looking at priorities. And if your priority is to move this business forward and to grow this business, and you want the pieces of the puzzle put together, I really challenge you to ask yourself, how long can you go out there not making money? How much longer can you do this not bringing consistent income in the door? And we don't want you to give up.
Right. And I would say that the risk is so very low, because if you're willing to put the energy in to really create something within your business, it will pay you back so quickly that you'll say, what else can I do with the Get It Done gals like me? Because I just kept hiring them on again and again and again, because it was so amazing. And I got results because I was really willing to put the energy in. Mind you, I also, I'm a mom of a very young child, and I had very little help. So I had very little time, and I still saw results, got my investment back, and made even more than that. So I'm just saying, if you are committed to it, that's definitely going to pay you back for sure. Did you want to say something too?
Yeah, I think what Lindsey touched on is the finances. That the Savvy CEO School is putting on that CEO savviness, and you need to know your numbers. So first things first, when you're looking at investing in this, look at how much you've been making. Are you hitting your goals? Are you making what you need to make? How much longer can you live off of your savings or not make the money that you need to make? It's really a numbers game. Everything we do is a numbers game. How do we work backwards to get to grow our email list? How do we get people enrolled and enrolled through Facebook ads? Everything is a numbers game. And if you don't have that knowledge around how to move your business forward and the numbers you need to get, you're going to be in a place where, it's a tough spot. Mm-hmm. And I think when you really break down the numbers of the $14.97, like Lindsey said, if you get 1 or 2 clients in the door with a bigger package, it opens up your time, and it also helps you achieve your goals faster. Mm-hmm. And, I calculated it while you guys were chatting, and it's $4 a day. Yeah. When you look at things like investing in something, are you willing to spend that $4 a day to really put the effort forward? Mm-hmm. And, one question that came up, I don't know if it's come up for you, but people say, oh, this is a 90-day program, but it's 12 payments. Mm-hmm. Why is that? Why am I not getting 12 months of support? Mm-hmm. And what we were saying to this woman is, hey, we've tried to make it as easy as possible for you. And we understand that not everybody has money to invest right away into their money when they're first starting out and putting all these puzzle pieces together. So we've tried to make it as easy as possible, and then front load you with all the information in those 90 days. Now, the Facebook group doesn't go away. The live sessions with Lindsey and I might go down after the 90 days, but all of the connections you've made in there and the content in there, and it takes time to build the business. So you're going to be working on that information throughout that period of time. I even say in some of the videos, like, all right, when you get to this point, make sure to check this video, come back in here. And this is going to support you in that next phase of growth. Mm-hmm. So it's not just a one and done, like you learn something. This is setting you up for principles that you're going to reflect back on for years into your business.
Yeah, absolutely great. Yeah, absolutely. And, that's so true. And it's funny. I'm like biting my tongue because there's so many like compliments I want to give you guys as we're going through this. It's funny. And I'll just say really fast that one of the other bonuses, just benefits that I was not anticipating is I'm looking at money really differently. You guys suggested books to me that I read on my own time because I was interested in them. And, there are things in the course, that really help you with your finances too, a way to look at them and be more organized about them. And I always thought, oh, I'm good with finances. I just work really hard and I'll pay my bills, like I sort of like just skimmed it, and the strategies that you guys gave me, were really, really helpful in allowing me to not have that anxiousness about like really planning things out and setting goals with finances. I did not want to set goals with finances because I didn't want to, not meet them. But the way that you guys approached it helped me so much to feel strong about money and to feel like I can really go in there and handle it and look at it in a different way. So anyway, my relationship with money is so great now. And I thank you guys so much for the support you gave me with that. Moving on to the third burning question, because I really want to get this in. And this one's really a strong one for me. I can feel this one within me too, because I felt this way. But the third question I saw come up a lot with, some people who are asking me questions about this course is, the next 90 days are really busy. I'm not sure that I'll have the time. And so what can you guys say to people who are kind of concerned that maybe they should wait until next year, or maybe now is not the time? What do you think about that?
Well, it's never a good time, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. What I would say is, certainly you could wait, but there's always going to be another excuse, right? And the reality is time is the one thing we can't get back. So, if you are ready to move this business forward, if you are ready to thrive in your business and exceed your goals, then you got to get started right now, because in January, you'll find something else. Yeah. And by that point, everyone that has gone through Savvy CEO School, they'll be ahead of the game, and they'll be on to the next parts of their business. And so, really, if you look at the 2 hours commitment a week, I'd really encourage you to start thinking about where you could find those 2 hours. Are you spending 2 hours on Facebook right now? Maybe it's Netflix at night. Maybe, it's you sacrifice one happy hour. The question is how bad do you want this business to flow and work and grow and thrive? And if you do, then you'll take the time now, because you want to get this done before January 1st. You don't want to come back on January 1st and say, all right, next year, because do you know how many people don't achieve their New Year's resolutions? I mean,
maybe 90%.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Most people. So when
Nicole, you want to add on?
Oh, please, you go.
I go back to finance. Finance. A business is to bring money in the door so you can put food on your table. And if you're not making the money you need to make, or hitting the goals that you need to make, or seeing the growth you need to have, like Lindsey said, you can't get time back. And one thing that we know about business is that it takes time and effort, and you have to get that ball rolling. And the more you can get that ball rolling, it will go faster and faster with momentum, but you have to get the foundation set. You have to get the ball rolling. And the sooner you do that, the sooner you're making money, and the sooner you can grow and get the online courses going. And when you don't put the effort into your business, it sets you back. And like Lindsey said, there's going to be a whole slew of people who have committed and just simply said, okay, yes, I'm in, and I'm going to put a strategy together, and I'm going to think like a CEO. If you only did that, your life and your business would change. If you just looked at the four pieces of our foundation and implemented just that first little part, your business would change. So it's one of those things. You just have to look at your end result. What is your end goal? We're here to hold your hand. We're here to give you the step-by-step, like you said, Ashley. And, if you're not ready, totally understandable, but just understand that the business is not going to come any faster until you actually implement and take action and get things done.
I absolutely agree. And I love that you use the word momentum, because that's really what hits home for me most. Because as I'm sitting here right now, I was, Lindsey and Nicole, they know me. They've seen my son pop up on video before, on our other chats personally. And, so they asked me, hey, your son just started preschool recently. How is that going? And I said, it's life-changing. It's so amazing. And the thing is, I'm so glad that I didn't stop myself from working with them when I barely had any help, and I didn't have a nanny for a while. And I was like, how am I going to do the homework that they give me from the calls and implement it? And like, I want to spend this money with them. How am I actually going to make the time to do the things that are required to grow my business? And it was important to me, and it was my priority, and I did it. I made it work, and it was not easy all the time, but it's fun for me. Like I like my business. I enjoy my business, and it gives me pleasure to see it growing. And so the thing that I was sharing with them before is as I look at the place that I am right now, and my son's in school, so now I like have this time every day where I can work on my business. I'm so glad that I build the momentum up so that I can be where I am now and grow it from here. Because if I was starting from scratch, if I had waited until I had the time, the allotted time that I knew for sure, no interruptions, I wouldn't have had all this momentum. And now I have such a solid foundation that they've helped me build. And I have such, awesome things in progress that I'm about to launch that it's just so much more exciting. And I'm so grateful. And my joy within my life is greater because I chose me. And not just to, wait, for me, So choosing me has really been a huge thing that's helped me personally and in my business. And, when you have joy in your own personal life, when you feel happy, it's a gift to everybody around you. So that's what I was sharing with them, my little epiphany today. I'm like, I'm so glad that I didn't wait. It was really, it's really helpful. So, if any of you guys are struggling with that, like Lynn said, there's no perfect time. So jump in now and make it happen. You have the ability to do that. So as we're wrapping up, I want to ask both of you, what do you hope, or what do you think is one of the greatest takeaways that you hope for the people who jump into your course and get to work with you?
Oh gosh. I can tell you my biggest passion is that more people are taking action, because our greatest, I think one of our literally greatest issues right now in this world, in this entrepreneurial world, one of my biggest fears is that so many ideas are going to waste right now. So many women are giving up. So many women are quitting because they're exhausted, they're overwhelmed, they're frustrated. And so my greatest hope is that we have this amazing group of fabulous women who are able to actually action their ideas and see their businesses thrive and feel proud when they're talking about their businesses, when people ask them how things are going, and they feel like they can actually say it's going amazing, and not have to fake it or not want to cry and burst into tears and say it's absolutely awful. My greatest hope is that we're able to have more women out there actioning their ideas and staying in their businesses and showing up as the CEO, as powerful women, and recognizing that they can do this. And it doesn't have to be complicated. And I know that that's what this course will bring. And I know that it solves the issue that is out there right now, that so many people are not actioning their ideas because they're on to the next one, and then their businesses aren't thriving like they want it to be. And so I'm so thrilled to be able to come in with this program and have the graduates be taking action and getting it done and being CEOs.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Do you want to add anything, Nicole?
Yeah, I think my hope is that these women, same thing as Lindsey, is that they are able to step into a place from that struggling entrepreneur to a CEO. And one thing that we have found with our one-on-one clients is that the ones who are doing exceptionally well, they refer back to what we've taught them quite often. And it's coming from that, okay, I have a vision, I have a strategy, I check in with my filters and my systems and everything that we teach them, and they go, okay, this is off course, scratch it. And they just have this perfectly, it's not perfect, but it's laid out before them, and they know how to address finance. They know how to address their marketing. They know how to, so when things are coming at them from all over the place, they just stick with the plan, and they check in with themselves. And I see freedom in that. So oftentimes we say we want freedom, so we're going to start a business. And then everybody's overwhelmed and struggling. And I love seeing our one-on-one clients, like Lindsey said. I did a calculation of over 50% of our clients have wait lists, and they're closing at a 90% close rate, and they are hitting their financial goals, and they're on track and have a vision and a strategy, and they're moving forward. They get, their programs and pricing, and then they get this, and then they have the online program, and then it's auto sales. And it's amazing to see what's happening. And so for Savvy CEO School, I want so many more women out there to feel like they are a success, and to feel that they actually have the freedom in their, that mental freedom, that financial freedom, whatever that may look like. And just, that reach for us is pretty powerful, because, seeing 6 women go through the program at a time right now, and then just to see more women go through that and actually get good results, it just lights us up.
Mm-hmm. I know. I hear you guys really excited, when your clients, shout it from the rooftops, and they do on Facebook and Instagram, like all over with your social media. They're thanking you guys and talking about the results you guys are bringing, including me. I'm doing it too. But I know it gets you guys really excited, and also just working with people and helping people through struggles really lights you up. I hear you guys get really excited about that and looking forward to that. So I love that about you guys too. So
yeah, I was just gonna say, Ash, and the greatest part about that is when we get to support women in being their greatest self and showing up as a CEO and being proud of their business, it's the trickle down effect, because they get to support their clients, and then their clients go out there and support other people. And then maybe they go out there and smile at a random stranger on the road because they're so happy, and that person just has the best day ever. It supports their family, because when you're not happy, you can't show up as your best self, as your best mom. When you're staying up at night wondering if this business is going to survive, when you're Googling all day long and your kids are coming at you and you're just so frustrated because this business isn't working, you're not showing up as your best self. You're not able to be, a leader in your house and the CEO of your life as well as your business. And so it really is that trickle down effect, because the more people we can help support that are getting out there, that are actioning their ideas, that are showing up as a CEO, the reach is so great, between their lives and the people's lives that they're touching. So it's pretty phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. Totally. And sometimes we feel like we're being the CEO in our business already. And for me, I didn't even realize how much greater I could be, in the capacity of a savvy CEO within my business, until I got the really clear foundation and strategy implemented, into my business. And then I felt so much more confidence within my business, and I felt so proud of my business that I really stepped into being such a CEO and feeling really confident about not only what was going on within my business, but exactly where it was going. And so, I think that, sometimes it's even hard to imagine how great things can be, as the CEO within your business. And so I realized what that could be after working with you guys. So I thank you for that. And so, do you want to say anything else before I kind of close it up, wrap it up?
I mean, I think we've said it. I think, if you're ready, and you're ready to be in, your business to thrive, we would love to have you on board. And we're just thrilled to be here with you. And thank you, Ashley, for allowing us to speak to your community, and connect with everyone.
Absolutely. Yes. So if you're still here with us, you're here for a reason, guys. You watched all the way to now, to this point, because something's really calling you. And so I really want to invite you to, I've included a link below in the description. I want you to click that link and take the next step, because like we said earlier in this, there's never a perfect time. There's just not a perfect time. And let me be the perfect example for you, because, I look back at the time when I thought, well, I don't have enough time. I'm not sure I can do the work. And I'm so glad I did it, because it brought such a happiness, and it brought more confidence into myself. I felt like I have a stronger mindset now, and it gave me so much momentum, and my business was building in a place where I didn't even think I had any time. I didn't know if I wanted to spend the finances. So I feel you. I was there. And yet there was an inkling within me that just knew that something magical, something incredible could happen if I chose myself, and if I gave, the focus, and if I made my business a priority. And that's what I did. And it's a decision that I'm forever grateful that I chose to do it. I was not going to be scared. I chose to take the leap of faith kind of and put my business in the Get It Done Gals' hands, and they led me in an amazing direction. So I invite you to join them in this amazing Savvy CEO School. Click the link below and get yourself started. And I promise you, you will not be disappointed at all. It's an amazing experience with them. And so we'll see you on the other side, everyone. Thank you for joining. Bye.